Good morning everyone. So let us continue our class after the vacation. So we were discussing what complex number, right? So let us continue then. So today we will discuss about polar form, okay? Polar form of a complex number. So say for example z is a complex number, say x plus iy, okay? So what will be the polar form of z? So the polar form of z will be what? Polar form z will be equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the polar form of z. So what is polar form? Representation in the form of r and theta, where r is nothing but modulus of what? Modulus of z, that we have discussed in our previous exercise, okay? What is modulus of z? What is modulus of z? R is modulus of z, and what is modulus of z? It is nothing but the distance of that complex number from the origin. If you represent a complex number in the Argand plane, so say from that point till the origin, whatever is the distance, that is only modulus of z, or we represent modulus of z as r, okay? What is theta? Theta is the angle which we tell as what? Amplitude or argument, okay? Amplitude or argument. We denote amplitude as amp of, say, we write like that, okay? Sorry, amp, say, of z1, okay? Over here I have written z, so amp of z, and argument we represent as, say, arg, argument of z, okay? So this theta is what? Theta is amplitude of that complex number, or we can say that argument of that complex number, okay? Argument of z. So see how this form has came. Let us see, okay? Let us see graphically how this form has came. So if I represent this thing in the Argand plane, say for what is the point? Z is equal to x plus iy. So what will be its coordinate? Its coordinate will be x comma y. Both x and y are positive, so this point will be in first quadrant, say somewhere here. Say over here I have represented what? X comma what? Y, okay? This is the point. This is the complex number what? Z is equal to x plus iy, okay? Okay, now this is the origin. This is the origin. So what will be modulus of z? Modulus of z is nothing but distance of the complex number from the origin. So what is this theta? So see, if I draw this perpendicular over here and consider a right angle triangle, so theta is the angle made by the complex number with the x-axis in what? In anti-clockwise direction, okay? In anti-clockwise direction. So theta is the angle made by the complex number with the x-axis in what? In anti-clockwise direction, okay? Understood? Okay, so this is known as argument, and this part is known as what? R. Clear? Or modulus of z. In short, while writing in polar form, we write this as R. It is same thing as, exactly same as modulus of z, okay? Now, what is this portion of the triangle? This portion, this from here to here, say this is M. So this portion is nothing but what? Our x, this x, and this portion, say this is point P, okay? So this is point P, and this portion is what? This portion is nothing but our what? Y. How will we reach this point P? Okay, so at first from origin we will go x distance, right? X unit, and then from here we will go y unit, then we will reach this coordinate x comma y. So this distance is x and this distance is what? Y. Now since it is a right angle triangle, so trigonometry we can use over here, okay? So you see, if I write over here, what will be our cos theta? Cos theta. So we know that cos theta is what? Cos theta is base by hypotenuse. What is base? This is the theta, right? This is the angle. So what will be our base? X. And what is the hypotenuse? This is the 90 degree. So what is the hypotenuse? R. So remember, cos theta is what? Base by hypotenuse, that is x by r. So if I solve this one, what will I get? which implies x will be equal to r cos theta, right? Now in this triangle, what will be my sine theta? Sine theta is what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. So what is the perpendicular? This is the angle, this is the base, so this is the what? Perpendicular, that is y by r. By simplifying, I will get the value of y as r sine theta. Now what was my complex number? My complex number is z is equal to x plus iy. Now I will express it in what? Polar form. Means what? R and theta. In polar form, what it will stay? It will stay as r and theta. So in place of x, I will write what? R cos theta plus I. In place of y, I will write what? R sin theta. Simple. Okay. So you take r common. So what you will get? R cos theta plus I sin theta. So this is our what? This is our polar form. Okay. Z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Understood how this form has came? Very simple. This point is located over here in the argand plane. So if you consider a right triangle, simple thing, we have done cos theta and sin theta. We have found out, and from that we have got the value of x and y. We have substituted the value of x and y over here, and we have got the value as what? R cos theta plus I sin theta. Now what is R? We already know R is our what? Modulus of z, and we know how to find the modulus of z, right? So how to find R? R is equal to modulus of z, that is root over what? If z is x plus iy, so this will be x square plus y square. Clear? How to find theta? Now that we will discuss in the next part. Okay. So z we already know how to find r. Now we will learn how to find theta, or what we can say, amplitude. Okay. So how to find amplitude now? So keep in mind, for finding amplitude, we will only discuss the principal value of theta. Okay, principal value of that angle. There are two values of theta. One will be the general value. One is called as general value and one is called as principal value. What is general value? Say for example 30 degree. What is another angle equivalent to 30 degree? We will say that another complete rotation, that is 30 degree plus 360 degree, means 390 degree. This is same thing. Say this is 30 degree. This is 30 degree. Okay. This angle is 30 degree. So again, I will from here I will rotate another 360 degree. This will be again what? Same that angle. So this will be another same thing. Again if I write 30 degree plus 360 degree, again one another rotation. So whatever angle I will get, they are exactly equivalent, right? So these are general values. Okay. All these are general values. So from this, what will be the principal value? Principal value is the smallest of the general value. So this will be our what? Principal value. Clear? So while finding the amplitude, we will only discuss the principal value of theta. Okay. So principal value, remember, it will be the smallest of the all the general values. Okay. So now just look at this part. Okay. Finding theta. Okay. Finding theta. Number 1. These points are already given in your book. Okay. So what if the point, what if the complex number, say the complex number, say like this 4 plus 0y. Okay. I can represent it what? 4 comma 0. So this will represent where? Over here. So what if the complex number is lying in the positive part of the x-axis? Okay. This is the positive part of the x-axis and this is the what? Negative part of the x-axis, right? This is the positive part of the y-axis. This is the negative part of the y-axis. Or I can say that in argand plane, I should say that this is the positive part of the real axis and this is the positive part of the imaginary axis. Positive part of the real axis and this is the negative part of the real axis. And this is the positive part of the imaginary axis and this is the negative part of the imaginary axis. Okay. So this type of point will lie where? In the positive part of the real axis. So for that, what will be the angle? What will be the value of theta? Clearly no triangle will form over here. So what is the value of theta? No rotation. Okay. So the value of theta is simply what? 0 degree. Okay. It is 0 degree. Next, number 2. What will be the value of theta? It is where? Lying, point is lying where? In positive x-axis. Okay, what will be the value of theta if the point lies over here? So you will say that how much this is 90 degree, right? Over here what is the angle? 90 degree. So we will say the value of theta is what? 90 degree, or we can write as what? Pi by 2. What is pi? This is radian measure. Okay, what is pi? Pi is equal to 180 degree. This is radian measure. Okay, radian measure. This is degree measure. This is radian measure. So 1 radian is how much? 180 degree. Okay. So 90 degree we can say, or pi by 2. 180 degree by 2 is how much? 90 degree. Clear? So what will be the value of theta where? 90 degree. Where? In positive y-axis. Done. Number 3. What will be the value of theta if the point lies over here? Okay. So we will say the value of theta will be what? 180 degree. This is 180 degree, right? So we can say this is 180 degree, or we can say as what? Pi in negative x-axis. So if the complex number is lying in the negative x-axis, then your amplitude will be what? Pi. Okay, or you can say 180 degree. Understood? So one thing you keep in mind, that an angle over here, whatever amplitude we will discuss, it will always form with the x-axis only. Okay, not with the y-axis. The angle will always form with respect to x-axis. Okay, not y-axis. Never an angle we will consider with respect to y-axis. Okay, means what I am saying, whatever if I draw the diagram, whatever triangle you will get, so the angle will be with respect to x-axis. Okay, say over here in this quadrant, so the triangle will be like this. The angle will be here. Okay, with the x-axis. Okay, x-axis, or you can say the angle will be like this with x-axis. The angle cannot be like that. Okay, see, the angle will never be like this. Say like this. You cannot say the angle to be like this. Okay, not with the y-axis. The angle will always form with respect to x-axis. Okay, clear? Okay. Now so in that respect, one more thing is there. If the angle is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, your theta will be positive. And if your angle you are considering in clockwise direction like that, then your theta will be what? Negative. Okay, simple thing. One minus sign will come. Okay, so now see, we can say that this is the angle. If the point is lying over here, this is anti-clockwise direction, so 180 degree. We can also tell like that also, that we can measure the angle like this. Okay, like this in the clockwise direction. Then it will be what? Minus 180 degree. Same thing, but only what? One minus sign will come, because what? It is clockwise. Okay, but we will not consider that one. We will consider the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so we will write what? 180 degree over here, because over here anti-clockwise direction is also same measure, and clockwise is also what? Same. We cannot say that anti-clockwise is shortcut or clockwise is short. Okay, both are exactly same, 180. So we will consider the anti-clockwise only. Now number 4, theta will be equal to, what if the point is lying over here? Over here. Now how will you rotate? Will you rotate in anti-clockwise direction like this, or you will take a shortcut path like this? Both way you can come. See, in this situation, whether you come clockwise, whether you come anti-clockwise, whether you come anti-clockwise or you come clockwise, it was same. It was exactly same, 180 degree. So we have taken the anti-clockwise one. But over here you see, anti-clockwise is more far. Okay, it's more long. Clockwise is short. So we will take the clockwise direction. So what will be the angle from here to from here? You will say it will be 90 degree. But since it is a clockwise angle, so we will use what? Minus 90 degree. Or I will say minus pi by 2. That is in what? In negative y-axis. Understood? In negative y-axis. And remember, while discussing theta, while discussing the argument, as I said, we will consider the what? Principal value. Okay, and that principal value will lie in this interval, minus pi theta to pi. Okay, let me check once. I think so it is minus pi theta to pi. Okay, to less than equal to pi, greater than minus pi and less than equal to pi. Okay, so this is the interval that we are considering. Okay. Okay, so we have discussed when the point will lie on the axis, what will be the value of the amplitude. Now, what if the points are lying in the quadrants, not on the axis? Okay, let us discuss that part. Let us discuss that part. Number one, what will be the value of theta? Okay. See, to find theta, one thing I have not said. That thing I should have said. How we will find theta? Now remember the triangle, how it was formed, like this, right? This was our x, this was our what, y, this was our r, right? And this is what, theta. So how to find theta? So definitely if we know this coordinate, definitely the complex number will be given in the question, right? So definitely we know this coordinate. That means we know this distance, that is our base, and our what, perpendicular. This thing I forgot to say. So simple way how to find theta is, our formula will be what, tan theta, because tan theta is what, perpendicular by base, and we know the value of the perpendicular and we know the value of the base, because without knowing this value, how will I get this coordinate, right? So definitely I know this and this. So how will I find theta? By tan. Okay, by using tan. So tan of theta is what, y by x, but I will use here modulus sign. Why modulus? Because I will take the magnitude only, okay, not direction. The triangle may form over here also. Okay, so over here this will be minus and this will also be what, minus, but I need the what, magnitude. So what will be the formula to find theta? Tan theta will be equal to modulus of y by modulus of x. This is the formula to find the angle. Okay, understood? Okay, now let us discuss what if the theta, directly I have said, no need to use formula when this theta will lie in the axis. Directly you use this value. If in negative x-axis, then directly your theta will be what, minus of, in the negative x-axis, then your theta will be what, pi or 180 degree. If your theta is lying in the negative y-axis, then it will be minus pi by 2. So no need to use that formula, directly you use this value. Okay. Now, what if your theta is lying in the first quadrant? Now we will discuss in the quadrant. Okay. See, to find theta, we will use trigonometry, and trigonometry comes in case of what, right angle triangle. So we must have a triangle. Okay. So what will be the theta? Okay, theta will be equal to what? So I say the complex number is lying in the first quadrant. So I will say that, okay, this is my right angle triangle. This is my theta. Okay, the theta is lying in first quadrant. So the point is lying in the first quadrant. So this is my theta. So very easily I can find my theta. Okay, y by x, tan theta is equal to modulus of y by modulus of x. Okay, imaginary coordinate by real coordinate. I will get theta. So over here I will write what, theta is equal to alpha. Why alpha? I am coming to that point. Okay, why I have written this alpha? What is this angle alpha? From where this angle alpha is came? It is a different angle, but why this thing has came? If I can find theta directly by using tan theta. Okay, if I can find theta directly by using the tan function, then why I have got this another thing alpha? I am coming to that. Number 2, what if your coordinate is lying in the second quadrant? Okay, this is for first quadrant. Okay, this is for first quadrant. Okay, but what if your theta or your point is lying in the second quadrant over here? So I will say this is my what, r, or say mod of z. Okay, so now what is the angle? Where is the theta? So we know that theta will be what? This will be my theta. This will be what, my theta, right? This is my theta. Now you see, can I use trigonometry? I have to use trigonometry. Okay, I have to use tan theta equal to mod of phi by mod of x. In this I was using it very nicely. Okay, mod of phi by mod of x. Alpha, I am coming to that, but directly over here I can form the triangle. I can use mod of phi by mod of x. But can I use here mod of tan theta? See, there is no triangle right now. Can I make triangle like this? I cannot make triangle like this. Okay, so how will this triangle form? This triangle will form like this only. There is only one option. So the triangle will form in this way. Okay. So the triangle will form how? In this way. But in this triangle, see, this is the angle, okay? But see, theta is not inside this triangle. So still I cannot use theta. The trigonometry function I will use in this triangle, but over here there is no theta angle. What angle is there? This angle. That is 180 degree minus theta. What is this angle? This complete angle is 180 degree. From there, if I subtract theta, this is the angle. So this angle I will consider as alpha. I have given a name what? Alpha. Okay, this angle I have given the name as alpha. So now can I find alpha? So yes, very simple. By similarly that formula, tan alpha will be equal to what? Mod of y by mod of x. By that I will get the value of alpha. Definitely I know what is the value of x. Definitely I know what is the value of y. Okay, I know their value. I will put and I will get alpha. Now after getting alpha, now I have got this angle. Okay, alpha angle I have got. How will you find theta? So very simple. Complete is pi. From there you minus the alpha. You will get your theta. Understood? This is the formula for second quadrant. Directly you cannot find theta over here. Okay. For this you need what? Alpha. Why alpha? Because you cannot form a triangle over here. Means you can form a triangle, but your theta angle will not be present in that triangle. Okay. So what will be the angle? Say alpha. So find that angle, subtract it from 180 degree, you will get your what? Theta. So in second quadrant, what is the formula to find theta? Pi minus alpha. How will you find alpha? Simple, same thing, tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by modulus of x. Okay, now let's come to this point. Why in the first quadrant I have used theta is equal to alpha? Over here, so directly I can find tan theta, I can find directly, because in the right angle triangle, theta is present. So directly tan theta and I'll get the value of amplitude. Okay. So why alpha? Just same thing. This is, you can find directly tan theta also, no problem. Or you can say that since we are using alpha in every other quadrant also we will use alpha. So whatever you will get the value of tan theta, exactly same thing you will get the value of what? Alpha also. Theta is also over here. Alpha is also over here. Okay. Whatever it is there, it is in this triangle only. So that's why we say that whatever theta we will get alpha. So it is just a way of writing. Okay, you can directly find theta only, but since we are using alpha, so we will write tan alpha is equal to mod of y by mod of x. But in this triangle, whatever will be your alpha, that exactly that will be your theta. Clearly by the diagram we can see. Okay, there is no other place for alpha. Theta is there. Okay, so why do we need alpha, right? So alpha is also here only. Okay, same thing. Now let us see in third quadrant what it will happen. In third quadrant, what will be the value of theta? So now comes the interesting part. This is third quadrant. This is the point. So what will be my theta? Now this will be my theta, but I will not consider this direction. Why? I will not consider the anti-clockwise direction. Why? I have told that we will discuss only with what? Principal value, and in the interval minus pi to pi. So the short place will be what? If I come from this direction, see over here I have to cross this pi 180 degree and then plus. But over here simply I will cross this 90 degree and I will get this place. Okay. So what will be short? Going this way or coming to that place, or coming to that place by coming in, by going in or by moving in clockwise direction. This is the shortest way. Okay. Or we can say that this will be the principal value of theta. Understood? So now how to find this? Again, this is my theta. Okay, this is my theta. This is short by coming in comparison by coming what? In anti-clockwise direction. So this is more short. Okay. So now what will be my theta? So again you see, can I form triangle over here? So the only place to form the triangle is what? Like this. Now, is my theta inside the triangle? No. So this will be my angle, right? Angle will form with respect to x-axis only. So again I have to consider what? Alpha. Now by the same formula I will find alpha, y by x mod of y by mod of x tan alpha. Okay. So I have got the value of alpha. After that what will I do? So see, very simple. I will come like this. Okay. I will come like this. This is what? Pi. but since this is clockwise direction, so I will write what? Minus pi. Then I will go this direction. This is what? Alpha. What is this angle? Alpha. But in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. So this is what? Plus alpha. So what is the value of theta in the third quadrant? Minus pi plus alpha. Understood? At first, minus pi, anti-clockwise direction, this is 180 degree, but minus 180 degree, and then in clockwise direction what? Plus alpha. So this is minus pi plus alpha in what? Third quadrant. Understood? Or you can say like this also, or you can say this thing like this also. Say this. So this is the angle, right? So you will say till this much it is what? Pi. Till this much this is pi, and this is anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so this is pi. Again this portion is what? Alpha. In which direction? This is also in anti-clockwise direction. So this is nothing but what? Pi plus alpha. Okay, but I will choose the shortest one, means this. For this what will I do? Simply I will subtract what? 360 degree. Means what? What is 360 degree? Twice pi. I will subtract twice pi. Okay, I need this part. Okay, I have already said I will need what part? This portion. That is clear. Principal value. Okay, so one more way to find is that is what? Simply this is pi, this is plus alpha, this is pi plus alpha. Okay, but I need this one. How do you find that reflex angle? Minus 360 degree, right? So simply 2 twice pi is 360 degree only. Minus twice pi. Done. So you will get what? Minus pi plus alpha. You will get the value what? Minus pi plus alpha only. Understood? Okay, so now last is fourth quadrant. This is easy again. Why it is easy? Because our theta will locate in the triangle only. Okay, you see in the fourth quadrant, means over here. So can I form my, so what will be my theta? Will I rotate like this? Will I rotate like this in anti-clockwise direction? Definitely not, right? I will move in what? Clockwise direction. Okay, so I will come in clockwise direction. So what will be my clockwise direction? Simple. This is what? My theta. Okay, this is my theta, right? But in clockwise direction. Okay. Okay, is my theta inside the triangle? Definitely inside the triangle. Okay, definitely it is inside the triangle. So where is this alpha? This alpha, if you consider, this alpha will also come inside this triangle only. There is no other place for alpha, same like first quadrant. So over here also theta is equal to alpha. But since it is clockwise direction, exactly same like first quadrant, but over here it is clockwise direction. So this will be minus of alpha. Okay, the theta will be what? Negative. Understood? That's it. That much. These are the formulas. Okay, to find the amplitude. Okay, what is the main formula? This is what? Using the trigonometric ratio of tan. Tan theta is equal to mod of y by mod of x. But in some scenarios, most of the scenarios, we will use what? Alpha. Okay. See, in this scenario directly we can find theta. In this scenario directly we can find theta. Okay, no need alpha. You find theta and you put this minus sign, it will work. Okay. But since we are using alpha, so we will use alpha only, and then we will say that theta is equal to alpha. Okay, because theta and alpha are present exactly at the same place. So we will say that theta is equal to alpha. They are also exactly at same place. Only because of the clockwise direction, because of the direction factor, it is minus. Okay, that minus sign is there. So this 4 and that 4, you keep in mind. You better keep the graph in mind, I will say, and by practicing this thing anyway, it will stay in your mind. Okay, you better keep the graph in mind, so this will give you a better idea. Okay, understood? So now we are ready to start the exercise. Okay, the exercise is very simple. Let us see one question. Exercise 2.4. Let us see one question. The first question, minus 1 plus I. Determine the amplitude of each of the following complex number. We have to find the amplitude. Okay. So number 1, exercise what? Exercise 2.4. Question number 1. What is given? Minus 1 plus I. Solution. So let me consider this as Z. So let Z will be equal to what? Minus 1 plus I. Understood? So now if I write this in coordinate form, what will I get? I can say that this is nothing but what, or I can say that comma, this is in the coordinate minus 1 comma 1, this is in the coordinate but minus 1 comma 1, in which quadrant, which is in, this is x is negative, y is positive, so this is definitely what, which is, this is which is in second quadrant, right, which is in second quadrant. So what was the formula for in second quadrant? Theta was equal to like that pi and then minus alpha. Okay, the theta will not stay inside the triangle, so it was pi minus alpha. So find alpha at first. Okay, so what will be the alpha now? Very simple, tan alpha will be equal to what, mod of y by mod of x, that is modulus of 1 by modulus of minus 1, which is nothing but what, 1 by 1, or you can say 1, or I can say now, which implies tan of alpha will be, what is 1, that is tan of, I can say 1 is what, tan 45 degree. Okay, either you can write tan 45 degree, either you write tan 45 degree, which is 1. Okay, the value of tan 45 degree is what, 1, or if you write in radian measure, actually it is better to write in radian measure, because in higher class your trigonometry will be completely in radian. Okay, so what is 45 degree in radian? Pi by 4. 180 degree by 4 is what, 180 by 4 is 45, right? So it is tan pi by 4. So from here alpha will be equal to pi by 4. Okay, so in now never cancel this tan tan. Okay, never cancel like that, this tan tan, this will never be cancelled. Okay, this is not product over here, so you cannot cancel this tan tan. Rather in higher class you will get that this will be, alpha will be equal to what, tan inverse of tan pi by 4. Just I am saying one thing, you cannot cancel this tan. Okay, you will have to write alpha will be equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 4, but this is inverse trigonometric ratio, that is for higher secondary. Okay, not now. So just simply you write alpha is equal to pi by 4. Okay, so you have got alpha. Now we know in second quadrant what was the value of the amplitude. Your amplitude is theta only. Okay, your amplitude is not this angle. So what will be your amplitude? Therefore amplitude of z, or you can say that theta comma theta. Okay, anything, either you write amplitude of z or you can say theta, same thing. Theta will be equal to what, in second quadrant it is pi minus alpha, so I will say that pi minus alpha. So what will be pi minus alpha? I can say equal to pi minus pi by 4. If I take LCM, 4 pi minus pi, this will be 3 pi by 4. So what is the amplitude of this question? Minus 1 plus I, the amplitude is what, 3 pi by 4. Okay, or if I write in degree, then this will be 180 degree minus 45 degree. Okay, so that will be your answer, 180 degree minus 45 degree. Subtract, you will get the answer. Understood? Say what is 180 minus 45? 180 minus 45, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 135 degree. Okay, so if I draw the graph, minus 1 comma, it was what, 1, right? So minus 1 comma 1, say somewhere here, minus 1 1, say somewhere here. So this will be, okay, so this is what, this is 135 degree. This is your amplitude of this complex number minus 1 plus I. Understood? What is this? This angle alpha, how much? 45 degree, pi by 4. Understood? So this is alpha, this is your theta. So how will you get theta? Pi minus alpha, that is your theta in the second quadrant. Okay, so you remember these formulas. Okay, not formulas, the value of theta in specific quadrant or in specific axis. Okay, so remember this value of theta, understand graphically. Okay, the graphs are given in the in your book, so you understand from here and practice the other question. Okay, same, all the question A B C D till H, all the question are same. I will do one more question from here, but till how much you can try. Okay, so that's all for today's class. In the next class we will continue further. Okay, so thank you.